What's up? Every once in a while somebody tries to expose me or my bass, and I usually don't even care. However, this is an emergency. It has been brought to my attention. Two popular violin players here on YouTube are trying to roast me and the bass. Not wise choice. Their channel is called TwoSetViolin, and they just made this video, violin versus bass. Of course, we all know the bass is the most perfect instrument ever. Let's see what they came up with, but I'm sure I'm gonna checkmate them easy. I mean, violin is just a small and weak 4-string bass after all. Slap like now if you are excited. They told me you have to practice 40 hours per day to learn violin. Noobs. In order to learn bass, you have to practice 69 hours per day. Checkmate violin.
That's sacrilegious.
Davey 504, you picked on the wrong game. Today we must defend the honor of the violin game. Preheat your oven.
Natural sound. Already a terrible start here. They compared the sound of an acoustic instrument like the violin with the sound of an electric bass. I bet they don't know acoustic basses exist and they sound like this. Way better than violin. Checkmate. Bass 1, violin 0. Next, intonation.
Here we see a big brain violinist memorizing the exact precise location to place every finger in order to produce the correct intonation. This is the result of 40 hours of practice every day. Here is a bass player practicing 69 hours a day.
Frets. Sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious, I agree. Bass can be fretless too. And fretless basses are way harder to play because bass is bigger, like my peep. Checkmate. And there are many more different kinds of basses. We also have the uke bass and double bass. Now, how many kinds of violins are there? Only violin, noobs. Bass 2, violin 0. Next, violinist in a quartet. You know, the violin sounded pretty good in that part, but you can play many different parts on bass. Bass lines, melodies, solos, chords, and rhythmic parts. A lot of interesting things. However, what can you play on violin? Nothing. Bass 3, violin 0. Next, dynamics. Does violin has knobs? No. Checkmate. And you know, using a bow to play violin makes things 69 times easier. And I have to say this, the bow is the classical version of the pick. Using a bow to play an instrument, small peepee. Using your strong fingers, huge peepee. Bass 4, violin -1. Instrument recommendation.
Alright, stop. Have you considered trying the viola?
Hey, have you considered learning the bass?
I I see this as an absolute win. By the way, have you noticed he needs 2 hands to hold the bass? Playing such a small and light instrument such as violin made him very weak. Play bass for 69 hours and you're gonna look like this. Bass 5, violin -2. Pff.
I think I was a bit nervous, but I don't know. Some parts I need to work on. I'll keep working on it.
Epic.
Epic. You know, them try to roast bass is making me pretty angry, but what makes me even angrier is that you didn't subscribe to my channel yet. Pff, I can see it. Subscribe now. Epic. Bass 6, violin -3. Sight reading.
What is this? Sheet music?
If you need to read music, it's because you don't know the song you are playing. For bassists, all the songs ever created are stored in our huge brains. Sight reading is for noobs. Checkmate, violinists. Bass 7, violin -69. Females in violin. Checkmate seems. PP hard, I agree. PP hard now. Bass 8, violin -420. And the last point, most expensive violin versus most expensive bass.
That is so expensive.
Less expensive. Checkmate.
They are right here. Violins can cost way more than bass. But there is something they didn't show you. This is how the $16 million violin looks like. While this is how a regular bass looks like. Which one is the best? Lemao. Bass 10, violin -infinite. I'm not gonna lie, TwoSetViolin, this was a pretty weak video. And also they didn't talk about techniques. Violin can pretty much only be played with a bow or with your fingers. I can play bass with both of these techniques easy. But I bet violin cannot be played using bass techniques. There are over 50 different techniques on bass. Pick 1 finger, 2 fingers, tap, use your PP. And obviously this makes bass a way superior instrument. There is just no competition here. But I still wanna give them a chance to redeem the violin. I'm gonna slap something on my bass now. Check this out. TwoSetViolin, I challenge you to slap this song on your violin. You have 69 hours to do it. Good luck, but I'm sure you're not gonna do it, noobs. Checkmate. So, in conclusion, they tried to roast me and my bass, but that was an epic fail, and I destroyed them with facts and logic. Checkmate. That was it for today. Remember to slap like, leave a comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. OMG.